Hola amigos, bien o no, y saludos desde Inglaterra. Hoy el tema es fluidez, cómo hablar con fluidez, especialmente para recuerdo que para hablar con fluidez no es necesariamente sin errores. Eso es el tema de hoy. So, hello again from England, where, well, it's still cold and quite cloudy, but there we are. The theme of today, though, is fluency, and remembering that to be fluent doesn't necessarily mean speaking without mistakes. Now, why do we say that? Sounds quite surprising, right? The idea is not to make mistakes. Well, yeah, I suppose, technically speaking, yes, we would like not to make mistakes. But if you listen carefully to normal conversations amongst average native speakers of whatever language, I promise you, you will pick up lots of grammatical errors, repetition, slang phrases, all kinds of things that really wouldn't pass an exam. But yet, all these people are native speakers of their own language and have a functional adult level of fluency. Why is that important for us as students of the new language? Well, that's to remind us that perfection, particularly if we gain a lot of our exposure to the language through watching TV shows and films and things like that, perfection is something you only really see in Hollywood, in the sense that they have a script to work from. They practice and practice and practice those dialogues. So even in that very fast-moving kind of dramas, these are lines they practice many times. This is not something they're necessarily improvising. So of course they sound tremendously fluent. And compared to us, when we're trying to practice the same language, we do tend to sound rather dull and stupid. But this doesn't mean that we too cannot be good communicators in the new language. Providing we remember that really to be good at communicating, we just need to be clear and understood. And as long as we ask useful questions to help us better understand what the other person's saying to us, so we don't make too many mistakes in the sense of answering the wrong thing or taking our conversation in a direction it wasn't meant to go, we don't necessarily need a very sophisticated vocabulary to achieve that. And certainly at the beginning, as long as what we say is clear, we don't need to repeat it, the other person understands us, and our conversation progresses, that's all we need. As we get more into practice with speaking with people from our new language, aspects of our fluency will improve. You know, questions of accent perhaps, some of the more colloquial phrases. These are things we can bring in, but they're not the most important. At the beginning, it's really, can you speak clearly? Will the other person understand what you've said? And do you need to repeat it? Hopefully not. If we achieve that and we're able to listen well and take our clues from what the other person is saying and use that as a way to improve our vocabulary, we can advance quite quickly without feeling too self-conscious that we don't sound exactly like they do in the movies. Because that's not really how it is. That truly belongs to the Hollywood stars of old, and alas, very few of us truly are Cary Grant. Well, with that thought in mind, déjame saber en los comentarios, como siempre. But for now, at least, we'll say cheerio.